I'm making a YouTube video vlogs. Hi everybody, it's Daniel and welcome to the channel. I wanted to keep things simple today and post a monthly life update. I feel like on YouTube a lot of people, when they want to connect to the audience, they want to share things about their personal life, right? To be more honest and sincere. And it seems like I post a lot. Not all of those videos are very professionally edited. I'm a very new person in all of this. This whole world is brand new for me. I have no idea how it works, but I'm trying, I'm learning along with you, so the more feedback I get from the audience, the better. So I would know how to improve and what to work upon in the future. So basically, if I tell you about my January, I have to start in December, because the thing is that December has been extremely tiring and exhausting. The thing is that December is the month of Christmas, right? December is also the month of my anniversary, my relationship anniversary. We've been together for 2 years last December, so there was that. Then there was also New Year, and there were other people's birthdays, and along with that we also had like Christmas parties at school, which means you have to work 9 to 9 with little kids. And we also had, like, there's been a lot of stuff. I also filmed 2 TV shows in December. They both came out recently in January, and it was all fun. I enjoy everything, you know, like if I don't enjoy something, I usually don't do it. But then, well, I mean, as long as that's my choice, if I can choose not to. But then, I just felt so drained out, because in the entire month of December, I only had like 2 or 3 days off in the whole entire month of 31 days. December. And some of those days I had to work like 9 to 9. There was one day that I had to wake up at like 6:30 and I finished work at 9 and all that. So it was exhausting. I was drained out, and by the time New Year hit, I didn't even want to go to the New Year party. But then the thing is that I'm from Russia, and New Year's celebration is like the biggest celebration of the year for us. So having a countdown, being in a place with the people you like and all that, it's sort of important for me since childhood, so I didn't want to miss on that. I would I've never celebrated really Christmas, so I would rather miss on that, but we already made plans with some friends to come to our house. But I would rather miss on Christmas than I would miss on New Year's, if you get what I mean. Anyway, the thing was that, January, the 1st of January, I was like a zombie. I was zombified. Even like during the New Year's celebration, I wasn't really like very active. It was fun. I enjoyed the people. You know, you love the company. You will have fun there. But still, January started on a much better note. I had like a couple of days off, and we were given a couple of days off. So I was like, I didn't have any work for like 5 days in total, something like that, which was great. And we also went on this trip to the mountains with our colleague. She took us because she has a car, so we were able to bring the dogs with us. So it was all fun. We did have lots of fun there, and I came back sort of like refreshed and more alive and all that. However, once the work started again, we had this thing called winter course. It's like, we normally see like the grass is always greener, right? Like whenever you see other people's lives, I'm no different. Whenever I see someone else's life, especially on Instagram or on social media, I'd be like, wow, they live an amazing life. I'm so jealous of this and that and this and that. And then I have to ask myself, well, actually, do you know that much about the life they're living? Do you know about the problems that they're having? Do you know about their mental health condition? Do you know about, like, is it actually true what they're posting on Instagram and all that? So it's the same. A lot of people see like I'm really having a lot of fun, and there's a lot of amazing things in my life, and so a lot of people would think, wow, like Daniel is just living his best life. I am living my best life. Okay, that's true, but he's just like, it's all fun and no work, but it's actually like work sometimes of up to like 12 hours a day or 7 days a week for weeks and weeks and all that without rest. So it gets you exhausted. I am exhausted a lot of times. And normally we have 30 classes per week on our contract, which means you have like 4 to 5 classes on the weekdays, and the weekends are the craziest. The weekends we have to work like 9 to 6, and you'd have continuous classes with 10 minutes break between, which means sometimes in those 10 minutes breaks you don't even have time to go to the bathroom, because you have to get kids out of the classroom, bring them back to the parents, then you have to go pick up the other kids, your next class. So, and it's 9 to 6 non-stop. You just have like an hour break for lunch or something. But so yeah, you can imagine like Saturdays, Sundays, there are times when I just come home and I just crash, you know. And there are days that I'm okay. It depends. It depends on how like the kids' behavior and all that. But working with younger kids, it's not just like it requires a lot of energy, right? I love this. I love working with younger kids. Why? I love working with them because they give you back. They give you a lot of what you give them back. It's a very rewarding job, you know. Like you deal with a lot of sincerity and honesty, and somehow I feel like in the world of adults, you do not always deal with the same amounts of that. Well, I mean, you know how adults work. It's different. It's a very different world of like, and it's also more complex and complicated, and we're all messed up with like our psychological background and mental health and like our cultural backgrounds and all of that. It's so complicated in the world of adults, and yet it's so simple. It's so easy in the world of kids, you know. So that's why I love working with them. But it takes a lot of energy because like when I say 4 or 5 classes, it means 4 or 5 40 minutes periods of me constantly jumping, screaming, dancing. Because once a 5-year-old comes into class, and I'm sure teachers would relate to this, 5 minutes or 10 minutes into class, they're lost, right? They're lost. I was a horrible student as a kid. I would be, my attention span as a teenager would only last like minutes, you know, 10 minutes max, I guess. 5-year-olds, that's even more insane. So like, you're always jumping, dancing, switching up activities. Let's play this, let's play that. How about we do this, we do that. And it's like, it's a workout. It's like a constant workout at work all the time. So there's that, and weekends are even crazier. But we also have this thing called winter course. So we have this winter course, which means instead of having 30 classes a week, you have 45 classes a week. So you have like 7 to 8 classes every day, and then a regular weekend of like 9 to 10 classes. So it's like crazy. That's a straight up crazy. It is overtime, so like you're getting paid for that, and it's voluntary. So if you don't want to do it, you don't have to. But I agreed to that, and I did it. But I was just like, again, I went back to the state of being burned out and having no energy left and being like, you know, apathetic to everything almost. However, the Chinese New Year was coming, and that was a great thing because it's good to celebrate 2 New Years, because like for the International New Year, or I don't know what to call it, the Gregorian New Year, it's good to make resolutions that time and also revisit those resolutions when you're celebrating Chinese New Year. So I added a few to my to the list of resolutions I made when I was celebrating Chinese New Year, because I also think the 2 things I think I want to focus on is try to work less, because whenever I work more, I am more tired, but I also spend more money, so I don't actually save anything, because I want to always constantly pamper myself and comfort myself for not having any social life, for not doing anything aside from work every day. So there's that. I want to try to work less, but I also wanted to try to do YouTube. I've always been into video editing and video making since I was a kid. So then something interesting happened last month when 2 of my friends came to Chengdu to visit. Jessica lives in Chongqing and she's a YouTuber. You can check her channel, it's called The Destination. She's talking about traveling and her life, and it's pretty exciting, and I took a lot of ideas on like these I'm taking a lot of ideas on these initial steps of my video creation from her. And there's another girl, her name is Elise Lightyear. Elise Lightyear has like almost 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's amazing. So she's like fully into it. So Alice and Jessica came to Chengdu, and what do 2 YouTubers talk about when they get together? They were talking about YouTube most of the time, and I was like, well, okay, YouTube is cool and fun and all that, but I'm like, I'm not gonna try it, because I do have a channel. I do not post, because I do post. I have been posting unlisted videos for years. I would only share those with my friends and family, and that's it. Like, you go on a trip, you make a video, you post it on YouTube, and it's there. It's just, you store it there. So I made those, I keep making them all the time, this kind of videos. So I was like, yeah, that's it. But I'm not an aspiring YouTuber. I'm not like aspiring a career in that or anything. They were like, well, Daniel, like, you think about it twice. You have a lot to share, you have a lot of interesting things happening in your life, right? You have a lot of ideas to talk about and all that. So why not, and you're passionate about video editing, you're really passionate about this. Why not opening those videos up for people to see and like they start watching? You don't actually lose anything, you don't have to do anything out of your way for that to happen, so why not? And then I was like, okay, this is a good idea. But then whenever I get into something, I go full way, and then I was like, okay, I was thinking I can actually try something in YouTube. Because it's fun. It is a bit overwhelming, like you have to be your own, you have to come up with your own ideas, film and everything. But then at the same time, there's a lot of interesting things happening in life already, so, and I'm making videos about those things anyway. Why not making them, re-editing those things a little bit in a way that's more suitable for YouTube, for a wider audience, that's not going to be just for me and my boyfriend Joey to watch. Why not make it something that's going to engage more people to watch together? I think it's exciting, I think it's interesting. I have no idea how it's going to work out, but right now I have just posted a video that's gotten me to almost 1,000 views in a couple of days, which was amazing. I am working on a series about the Chinese New Year celebration, our trip to Joey's hometown that is coming up in the following weeks. It's going to be a series of a few episodes, and I'm hoping people will get engaged with that. I'm also very passionate about Britney Spears, so I feel like I will be working more and creating videos related to that in the future. And yeah, there's a lot I have in mind. There's a lot I think I will work on. And if you are watching this video, please give me a thumbs up and tell me, what do you want me to work upon? What kind of videos would you like to see on the channel? And yeah, if anything you can relate to in the story I was telling, I would be happy to and glad to reply and connect with all of you. Thanks to everybody. It was Prince Crybaby. Have a good one. Bye bye.